Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the second part of my video, well, birthday video, and I'm sorry I uploaded this late. I did this video with a friend, but unfortunately, I'm just doing the intro now, so she wasn't here for it, but shout out to Morgan for doing this with me. Thank you for helping me throughout the process. So today we're making macarons, and I'm using a recipe from the Scran line. The recipe and ingredient quantities will be linked in the description box below, so I'll link the Scran line's website. In no way this is a collaboration with him at all. There's no collaboration here. I just want to try out one of his recipes for macarons, and yeah, so that's what I did. And macarons and macaroons are two different things. A macaroon is like a dessert with some sort of like coconut something on it, and a macaron is the little sandwich cookies that are like, the little French sandwich cookies. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe down below, like this video, well, if you like it, and check out my social media links, which will be in the description box below. Let's get on with the video. So right now, what Morgan is doing is she's taking a piece of Hanukkah dough and drawing out the circles for the size of the macarons. So these are the size that we're going to have our macarons. It's like a larger piece of gelt. You can use any like circular shape that you want to that is about the size of a macaron. So I'm using my Ninja blender. You can use a food processor. It's recommended that you use a food processor for this. But I'm combining the almond flour and the confectioner's sugar in my Ninja blender or food processor, and just do it until it's blended together. Okay, so if you do not have a food processor to blend or mix together your almond flour and icing sugar, then what you can do is you can take a sieve and sift it together, and you have to do this like 3 times. So I'm going to put some of it in and just sift this just a little bit. I'm going to do this because I just want to get out all the chunks that are in there. I'm just going to do this until it's all together. And yeah, so I'm just going to do this until it's all, mixed together. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, now that my almond flour mixture and icing sugar mixture is all mixed up, we're going to add our first half of our egg whites into the stand mixer, and I have mine fitted with my paddle attachment. And then I'm going to mix it up until it forms a paste. So it's almost going to look like a dough, but it's going to be like a paste. And it might not look like it's going to form a paste at first, but promise me it will eventually form a paste. And once it's like that, we're going to cover it with plastic wrap and put it aside. So I'll be back when we're going to do that. So now, this is what the paste should look like. It's a paste. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of my stand mixer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some saran wrap. And I'm going to wrap it over the bowl and set that aside until we're going to need it again. So I'm going to just scrape off the paddle attachment. Just going to sort of scrape it off. I have to scrape that off. And then I'm going to just wrap the bowl, and then I'm just going to set that aside and continue on to the next step. Okay, so if you don't have caster sugar, what you can do is exactly what I'm doing. I'm taking the 300 grams of sugar, I'm using granulated sugar, and then I'm just making it really fine because that's all caster sugar is. It's just really fine sugar. So I'm taking my blender again and just blending it until it's going to be fine. No lumps. So now I have my sugar and water in the pot, and I'm waiting for this to get to a boil, and I'm basically making simple syrup except without the even amounts of water and sugar. It's uneven amounts. So I'm taking my pastry brush for any sugar that gets on the sides and dipping it in some extra water, and I'm just putting that on the sides. And once this gets to a boil, then I'm gonna have to continue until the sugar's all dissolved. Okay, so now we have the other half of our egg whites, and our syrup got to 118 degrees Celsius. So now we're just gonna pour it in at a slow and steady stream and mix it until it gets to stiff peaks. So I start mixing my egg whites. We're not trying to like cook them here, so we're just trying to pour it in slowly. So I'm gonna mix it. And we're gonna have to mix until it gets to stiff peaks. So we're gonna keep adding the syrup, and then we're gonna wait until it gets to stiff peaks. So as you see, I just gradually made it higher as it's poured. So I wanna do it on high speed until it reaches stiff peaks. We'll be back when it's stiff peaks. I'm gonna take a spatula full of this, the egg white mixture, and fold it into this paste mixture. God, I can't believe we didn't know that word. That's funny. It's pretty fun. I'm just gonna fold it in to make it slightly thinner, so it's easier to work with when we actually start the mixing stage. So I'm just gonna sort of, yeah, I'm sort of just gonna, I'm probably gonna add a little more because that was not a spatula full. Yeah, that much. And then I'll be back when that's done to show you what you should do properly for the mixing stage. Okay, so I've added the rest of my meringue to the paste, and there's a specific way you have to mix this. Why is it so sticky? But anyways, so you fold around and take the spatula through the middle. Fold around and take it through the middle. And the way you know it's done is when you take the spatula and it ribbons off, and it takes 10 seconds for the ribbon to disappear. So I'll be back when my batter is at that stage to show you what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so now I'm done mixing my batter. So I'm taking a little bit of my spatula, and you'll see the ribbon, and it'll disappear after about 10 seconds. So that's how you know when it's done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a piping bag, and then put it on my baking sheet. And I have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, and I'm going to pipe out little circles that are about the same size of the batter, and I'll be back when I am piping the circles. Okay, so now the macarons are out of the oven, but since I didn't show you the steps, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. So what I did is I piped them into these little circles, and some of them are smaller than others, but you have to try to get them the same size, at least try. And then let them sit for 30 minutes, and they should sit until you touch them and nothing's on your finger. Then you put them in the oven at 350 for about 12 minutes, and that's exactly how long it should take them. It should take them 12 minutes to cook. And then when they come out, let them cool, and then you can put some frosting in the center and sandwich them together. And I'll show you what they look like when they're completely done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And again, don't forget to subscribe down below, check out my social medias, and don't forget to check out the link to the recipe if you want to try to make it. I actually really enjoyed it. They tasted really good. I loved the taste. And yeah, it pretty much just all turned out really good. Some parts we sort of struggled with, and but yeah, pretty much it turned out pretty well at the end. They turned out, and they tasted good, so that's a good thing. Yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for a new video on Tuesday. Bye guys!